Thank you for joining us today for this webinar, both our UK centres, and we can see that there's a few of our international centres as well, so that's great. Today we're going to focus on the new Cash Supporting Teaching and Learning Qualification Suite. I'm Janice Spencer, NCFE and Cash Account Executive, and I'm joined today by Janet Scott, one of our subject specialists. As many of you will already be aware, as part of our efforts to strengthen the offer we provide to centres, we currently repositioned a number of our qualifications to either the NCFE or the Cash portfolio. By doing this, we were able to ensure our portfolios were focused and streamlined. The update also meant that each of our qualifications sat underneath the brand which provided the best outcome for learners. Fundamentally, these changes allow us to offer an even broader portfolio of qualifications to our centres, which in turn provides them with the greater flexibility to develop programmes of learning which meets the individual needs of their learners. As part of these changes on the 1st of September this year, we repositioned our NCFE brand Supporting Teaching and Learning qualification to the Cash portfolio. This means learners achieving these qualifications will now benefit from the Cash brand's strong reputation amongst employers and training providers. In addition to this transition, we also reviewed and developed the Cash branded suite to ensure the qualifications were fit for purpose. I'll next be handing over to Janet, who will provide you with an introduction to Cash's Supporting Teaching and Learning portfolio and provide guidance on how we can enhance your delivery. Before doing so, I will just mention that we will be answering any questions that you may have at the end of the presentation. Please feel free to submit questions to us using the question function which is on the right-hand side of your screen, and we will respond to them at the end of the webinar. Thank you.
Thank you, Janice. As Janice has mentioned, our new Supporting Teaching and Learning portfolio now includes qualifications ranging from Level 1 to Level 4. Some are designed to provide an introduction to the centre, some provide knowledge and skills required to work in a variety of learning environments, and the Level 4 qualification provides meaningful continuous professional development. But first, let us consider the sector. The context of learner support is changing. There are many challenges, and with that comes key areas for change. In 2015, the Department of Education decided not to publish the previously commissioned professional standards for teaching assistants, leaving schools to decide how they use and deploy teaching assistants, and to set standards for the teaching assistants that they did employ. The role of the teaching assistant in raising standards in our schools is evolving, and the numbers of full-time teaching assistants have more than trebled in the last 15 years. There are higher ratios of TAs to teachers than ever before, with a teaching assistant often supporting higher numbers of children and taking on wider responsibilities. The classroom environment is changing too, with more children displaying language delay, having English as a second language or special educational needs. And children's lifestyle also contributes towards the need for a well-trained workforce, as many teaching assistants support children who experience poverty, trauma, abuse, or mental health issues. It is evident that there are higher expectations for teaching assistants, so we recognise the need to offer a portfolio of qualifications that embraces the needs of the sector in order to maintain a skilled workforce. Following feedback from our centres, demand for new qualifications in the sector, and having market-leading sector knowledge, we have been working endlessly to create a fit-for-purpose suite of qualifications. We've used a group of experts from a variety of roles such as head teachers, school support staff, influential sector organisations, tutors and assessors to gain valuable feedback to ensure our redevelopment meets the needs of the sector. So let's look at the new suite in more detail, starting with an overview. As you can see, Level 1 and Level 2 awards are for those preparing to work in a school or college. Then we have the workforce qualifications, Level 2 certificate and the nested award, certificate and diploma at level 3. Our advanced practitioner at level 4 qualification is aimed at those seeking further professional development. They will all be launched on the 1st of January 2018, but not open for learner registration until the 1st of February 2018. So this means you'll have time to induct your learners before registrations open. The entry age for all the qualifications in this new suite is 16 years, except the level 4 advanced practitioner, which is 18 years. The current qualifications will eventually be referred to as our legacy qualifications, and they will stay open for registration until the end of August 2018. So this means between February and August 2018, both the current legacy qualifications and our new suite will be running concurrently. Now this should enable a gentle transition, but do take care you register your learners on the correct qualification. Any centres who are already delivering the current STL qualifications will have automatic approval for the new updated suite. The scope of the qualifications has been changed to include learners providing support in colleges. So therefore the age range has been amended from 5 to 19 years to 5 years and above. This provides the learner with knowledge of working with different individuals, such as adults who have special educational needs within a college environment. This will ensure both the learner and the employer have confidence that the knowledge and skills the learner has gained will be suitable for all types of learning environments, thus allowing the learner to move between these more easily once employed. So we're going to look at our preparing to work route first. Our new level 1 and level 2 awards are knowledge-only qualifications, which aim to provide learners with an introduction to the sector and understanding required to progress into employment. The level 1 award in preparing to work in schools has been, the objective of this is to prepare learners for further learning and training whilst developing an understanding of the teaching and learning environment in a school setting. This qualification is aimed at a range of people who are thinking about working in a school. It may be young people, mature learners, parents who want to volunteer in a school or explore a career change, learners with special educational needs, or where English is an additional language. It could also be used as a useful induction for new staff. Learners do not need to be working or in a practical placement to take this qualification, and it can usually be completed in about 3 months. It will be internally assessed using a range of assessment methods. The learners will understand about children and young people from 5 to 19 years, but we have included some early years development to enhance the learner's knowledge. Learners will undertake 3 units covering the knowledge needed to understand schools as organisations, how to keep children and young people safe and well, and understanding effective communication. So moving on, the Level 2 Award in Support Work in Schools and Colleges. This qualification replaces the current Level 2 Support Work in Schools and is very similar in content. So if you're already delivering the current qualification, you will find the new one very familiar. You will see that we have included supporting learning in colleges as well as schools, and we've updated areas such as e-safety, for example. This qualification is an introduction to the knowledge and understanding needed to work in a school or a college environment, and it can apply to the many varied roles that full or part-time support staff may fulfill. This could be admin roles, site support roles, technical roles and volunteers, as well as roles that work directly with children and young people in the learning environment. The qualification is aimed at a range of learners, including young people, mature learners, learners with special educational needs, or where English is an additional language. Now, your learners do not need to be working or on a practical placement to take this qualification, and it can usually be completed in about 6 months, and it is internally assessed using a range of assessment methods. The age range covered is from 5 years, but again, we have included some knowledge for early years development to further enhance the learner's understanding. There are 6 mandatory units in this qualification, and 3 of these units are shared with the Level 2 certificate in supporting teaching and learning qualification. So this provides a direct progression route. Moving on to qualifications which contain occupational competence. Our updated workforce qualifications support teaching assistants or equivalent in all types of learning environments. So that could be primary, secondary, special schools, as well as colleges. And employability skills are embedded. All the learners must be at least 16 years old, and they must be working or in a placement, as they will need to demonstrate their skills. So let's look at them in a little more detail. The Level 2 certificate in supporting teaching and learning. Learners will be working or on a practical placement for the duration of the course in a learning environment, so that could be a school or a college, as they need to show competence in both skills and knowledge, and it can usually be completed in about a year. There are 11 units in this qualification, but remember, it contains 3 units from the Level 2 award in support work in schools and colleges. These 3 units are understanding schools as organisations, child development, and safeguarding children and young people. So a learner can carry these units forward if they have already successfully achieved them. You will find that there are no optional units. All the units in this qualification are mandatory to develop knowledge in key areas, and the most popular option units from the current qualifications have been redeveloped as mandatory units in the new qualification. For example, providing displays in a learning environment and understanding play and leisure. And furthermore, we've taken out content which is no longer relevant or no longer fit for purpose, and we've updated content to include topics such as the prevent duty and e-safety, considering children's use of smartphones and tablets. And from this qualification, learners can progress onto the Level 3 qualification. The Level 3 is a nested qualification which shares units within each of them. This supports progression, retention, and achievement, allowing for a learner to drop off after completing the award or the certificate level. And it is the same structure as the current award, certificate, and diploma qualifications. So at award level, it has 12 credits, and it provides learners with an understanding of the knowledge needed when working directly with children and young people in a school or college environment. So this award is suitable for learners who are not yet working in a Level 3 role, but are able to achieve at this level. And it's also suitable as initial training for new staff. Since the 4 units are knowledge only, learners do not need to be working or in a placement, and they can progress onto the Level 3 certificate in supporting teaching and learning. So if we look at the certificate level, at this level, learners must be in a placement or they must be working, as they have to demonstrate their competence and skills as well as knowledge. We recommend 100 placement hours in a real working environment, which must be taken during the taught programme of study. This placement provides opportunities for the learner to apply knowledge to practice, receive feedback, and reflect upon their own experiences. And it also provides opportunities for the learners to observe professional practice in action and gain valuable employability skills. All the 11 units at certificate level are mandatory, and they will be assessed internally using diverse assessment methods. Much of the content will be familiar to you, but it has been updated to ensure it is fit for purpose and will support a current workforce. So, for example, a consideration is given to the use of digital mobile devices from a safeguarding perspective, understanding a wider range of types of abuse, and in order to reflect government agendas and general awareness, we have included some understanding of mental health concerns in children and young people, considering how it affects learning and development as well as their welfare. The Child Development Unit provides knowledge and understanding of how children and young people develop from birth to 19 and includes underpinning theoretical perspectives. The diploma qualification provides the learner with an in-depth understanding of the knowledge and skills needed when working directly with children and young people in college or school environments. And it has been aligned with the Level 3 Teaching Assistant Apprenticeship Standards. It covers all aspects of specialist support, including planning, delivering and reviewing assessment strategies to support learning alongside a teacher, special needs support, personal development and reflective practice. Theoretical perspectives relating to speech and language development have been included, as well as supporting bilingual learners. Once again, supporting the mental health of young people is explored, and the role of play, leisure and extracurricular activities considered. So learners undertaking the diploma must be working or in a practical placement, and we recommend learners undertake 100 hours placement in a real work environment, and this should be taken during the taught programme of study. So let's recap. At diploma level, we recommend the learner undertakes an additional 100 hours of placement to that already taken at certificate level. So this makes a total of 200 hours. And from this Level 3 diploma, learners can progress onto the Level 4 certificate for the advanced practitioner in schools and colleges, maybe a foundation degree or specialist roles within the workforce. So our new Level 4 certificate for the advanced practitioner. This has 5 mandatory units, and the qualification can usually be completed in a year. The advanced practitioner will use crucial leadership skills to mentor others across all roles and responsibilities in the school or college workforce. For example, they are expected to reflect on own working experiences, influencing and managing change, working in partnerships with parents, and also considering the national strategy in regard to the promotion of mental health and well-being. In addition, learners will be required to undertake a small-scale research project to plan, implement and evaluate change in their own work environment. Remember, learners for the Level 4 Advanced Practitioner must be 18 years old. Previous Level 3 study is a clear advantage, but a wealth of experience, knowledge and understanding of working in schools or colleges is a requirement for this CPD qualification. And your EQA will be able to offer you further advice regarding learner suitability. We do not set any other entry requirements, but as a centre you may wish to set your own guidelines to ensure the learners are in a suitable job role to meet the assessment criteria of this qualification. Learners will build a portfolio of evidence which will be internally assessed using a range of methods, and we have provided suggestions for gathering suitable evidence for this Level 4 qualification. Learners may progress within the workforce in the following job roles and responsibilities: Special Educational Needs Coordinator, higher level practitioner or teaching assistant, maybe internal progression at a higher level, including those with management responsibilities, or leadership, mentoring and supervision and management opportunities. Upon achievement of this qualification, learners will be equipped as an advanced practitioner. So I just want to highlight the support available to you. In order to support training providers, we have developed a tutor guidance pack for each of our supporting teaching and learning qualifications. This is a valuable tool and will support your planning and delivery, so I strongly recommend you look at it. Draft tutor guidance and qualification specifications are available on our website now on the Coming Soon link under the Qualifications tab. The tutor guidance pack provides guidance around the content and interpreting the assessment criteria. And in addition, there are cash tasks for you to use for your learners and other sources of further information to support your delivery. You can see by this simple example on the PowerPoint, the assessment criteria is supplemented with additional guidance and signposting to recommended websites for further reading. We have a partnership with Hodder Education, who are developing textbooks for the Level 2 certificate in supporting teaching and learning and the Level 3 award certificate and diploma. These are expected in the spring of 2018, and we will communicate further details when we have more information or launch date. Now, I'd just like to highlight the subject of CPD. In preparation ahead of delivering our new suite of supporting teaching and learning qualifications, I would advise all staff review their current competency against the content of these qualifications. Our external quality assurers will be checking staff CPD records during centre audits, and given the additions to some of the content of these new qualifications, you must be able to demonstrate how you have updated your knowledge or your practice. The types of topics you may wish to revisit include mental health, a wider scope of types of abuse such as FGM or trafficking, different ways boys and girls learn, working with bilingual children, and obviously the new general data protection regulations coming into place next year. So I hope this has given you a good understanding of our exciting new qualifications, and we will be taking questions at the end of this webinar. And now I'd like to hand you back over to Janice.
Hello. I've got in front of you, you will be able to see a range of qualifications that will enhance staff for CPD or also could be used as an additional qual within our support and teaching and learning. We've got an award in food safety. We've got an award in supporting individuals with learning difficulties, and this is great if you've got learners with dyslexia. You've got your Level 2 certificate in understanding autism, which covers a range of different things that you can do with children and get your full understanding of the autism spectrum. There is a Level 2 certificate in Principles of Working with Individuals with Learning Disabilities. So again, that will enhance your CPD going forward. There is Common Health Conditions. A very popular one at the moment is Understanding Behaviour That Challenges. This is an excellent qual for all staff within a college environment or school environment, even if you're working in an admin role, because often we are dealing with behaviour that challenges. And also a very important one, which will be linked to our support and teaching and learning, is mental health problems. Again, another popular qualification that is used in many of our centres. I also want to tell you a little bit about our CASH Alumni. This is an exciting project that we have been working on this year. It is a community of learning. At CASH, our goal is to help every professional achieve their full career potential. This is why we are excited to introduce the CASH Alumni, a professional membership website dedicated to supporting current and prospective practitioners with their continued learning and career development. There will be courses on continued professional development. There will be learning opportunities. There will be career progression. There will be articles on sector news and various blogs, updates of policies and any immediate changes that are coming in within our sectors. There will be a really important email coming out sometime in December, so please be aware of that, where we can, it will help you and your learners going forward. Now, we're coming up to our answering questions. So if you could just bear with us while we have a look at the questions, and we'll try to help and support you as much as we can. thank you for some of your questions. We will try to help you now with and give you some answers. First of all, there was one about the SFA funding. I'll be honest, we need to come back to you on that one, Jackie. You've asked that, and we will give you them answers once we finish this webinar. Another question we've had, you mentioned there was 100 hours placement for the level 3, but we didn't mention anything for the level 2. So I'm going to hand that one over to Janet to answer.
We don't recommend the number of placement hours for the level 2. Really, the learner needs to be in placement to get sufficient experience and will be assessed until the assessor finds them competent against the assessment criteria. So there are no recommended placement hours for level 2.
I'd like to reassure you, all those that have registered to this webinar, you will be getting a copy of the PowerPoint and the commentary as well if you want to share it with colleagues. Another question I've got is, are the additional 5 diploma units for the level 3 diploma mandatory or a choice from optional units? I'll pass that one over to Janet as well to answer.
No, you'll find that there are no optional units in any of our redeveloped suites. So everything is mandatory. We have redeveloped it, and they have to complete all the units within each of the qualifications.
Just to see if there's any more we can answer.
Short courses. Yes. Okay, I'm just reading a question about endorsed courses. Would they be suitable CPD courses? I think what you need to do as assessors, tutors or IQAs is to read the specification of our new qualifications and undertake suitable CPD so that it can be demonstrated when you have your quality audit. I gave a couple of examples of the types of topics, but it really is down to individuals and what background and knowledge you already have. So, but yes, the endorsed programs would be suitable CPD.
Another one there, does college include FE? Yes, it certainly does. Any further education establishment will be included in that. Right. Another question is, how long would you recommend for the level 3 diploma to complete, and does it have UCAS points? I'll pass you over to Janet for that one.
Right, we would be looking around about 2 years for the level 3, but it could be completed in 18 months. It really does depend on the competency of your learner, how much experience they've got and what type of setting they are in. So I would advise you to refer to your EQA for extra guidance, because again, it is based around individual competency. Question about UCAS points, I think we will be sending out some further information about your question about UCAS points to further clarify that. We have a question that's asking us to repeat this comes into being. Okay. They are being launched on the 1st of January, but you can't start registering your learners until the 1st of February 2018. So we have got draft specifications already up on our website, so you can start looking at it, but you can't start registering your learners until the 1st of February.
Another question is, if a learner completed a legacy award, level 2 or level 3, can this be credited against the new qualifications if these units aren't exactly the same? Okay, I'll pass that to Janet.
There can't be a direct credit transfer because all the new qualifications have new QRN numbers. However, obviously there may be some elements of RPL, or you may wish to have a professional discussion with your learner around that knowledge that they have already gained. But it can't be a direct credit transfer because they are different unit and qualification numbers.
Another question is, will there be a charge to register as a professional to the cash alumni? Yes, there will be. We are currently looking at current and past learners at £25, which includes VAT. We will also be having there will be an employer incentives forum on there where you can actually advertise jobs that you actually have that are vacant as well. So there is quite a lot that you will be able to access. And there will be some additional information, like I said, coming out in December regarding your current learners and the alumni. So please watch out for that, because that'll be quite exciting. Just check and see if we've got any more before we finish.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, there will be. One's asked, will the webinar be recorded? Yes, it will be, so please do share it with colleagues. Okay. Do we have any idea when the drafts will be changed to the quals, Janet?
We haven't got a set date, but certainly by the 1st of January 2018, when they are officially launched, then they will certainly be the final specifications. Up until then, they may be amended very slightly, but there will be no significant changes.
Are there any workshops planned for these awards? Yes, there will be going forward, and again, we will be updating you in the future. Please look at the events calendar where you'll be able to see that. Also, if you need any further support or advice, please do contact your account executive, who will be more than happy to help and support you through this change moving forward. Is there anything else that we need to answer, or have we covered everything? I think that's it. Any other questions that we haven't managed to get to, we will give you. You will be sent an email with the PowerPoint, and you will be sent within there also will be the recorded webinar. So thank you for joining us. We do appreciate you spending the time with us. Thank you.